What's up, YouTube? Doing a Night of Champions review. I'm going to be reviewing all of my Night of Champions DVDs from 2007 to 2014. I'll also be making a prediction video sometime this week. I don't know when. On this year's Night of Champions. I will not be able to watch Night of Champions, this year's Night of Champions, because I don't subscribe to the WWE Network. I usually wait and buy the DVDs. It's better and everything. But starting off with the series, Vengeance, Night of Champions, 2007. This was the first one to actually say Night of Champions, Vengeance, switching over to this concept, which I thought was really sort of kind of great. I mean, at the time, today it's like, what's the point? Every title is practically defended on every single pay-per-view anyways, so I mean, what's the point? But anyways, this was not a good show. As everybody, if you all remember, this actually was, this happened to take place the same night as the Chris Benoit incident. I'm not going to talk about that incident because every wrestling fan probably already knows what happens, at least should, if you're a wrestling fan. I mean, it was all over the news of that week and everything. But so let's go on ahead and get into the review. The first match was the World Tag Team Championship match between the Hardys versus Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch. The whole thing with this match is that months prior to this, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch decided to have a change of heart and be good guys. And they were doing well, or they were doing okay with it, not the best thing. They had a match against them, I think, at Judgment Day, maybe Backlash, I can't remember. And the Hardys ended up picking up the victory, if I remember correctly. I don't remember those ones. I haven't watched them in a while. But anyways, at One Night Stand Extreme Rules, I think that was when it happened. Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch actually cheated to win the tag team titles from the Hardys. So the whole thing with this match is that they were acting like they were good guys, but they really weren't. And the Hardys knew it beforehand and knew what they were trying to do and wasn't letting them get away with it. And Jerry Lawler throughout the match was saying that the Hardys are poor sports arts and everything. Jeff Hardy tried to go for the Swanton Bomb on Lance Cade. Trevor Murdoch tried to prevent it. Jeff Hardy kicked him off the apron, and Matt Hardy went to attack him. I believe Jeff missed the Swanton, and then Lance Cade got something, I want to say a roll-up. I might be wrong on that, and ended up retaining the tag team titles. The next match was Cruiserweight Championship match, Chavo Guerrero versus Jimmy Wang Yang. Usually the Cruiserweight division is great, but this match just was not that good. I mean, it had some high-flying moves in it, but it just wasn't as great as what other Cruiserweight matches were. Chavo Guerrero hit the frog splash on Jimmy Wang Yang to get the win. The next match was the ECW Championship match. Johnny Nitro versus CM Punk. Bobby Lashley was actually champion before this pay-per-view. He got drafted to Raw, so Vince McMahon stripped him of the championship. And so it was supposed to be CM Punk versus Chris Benoit, but because of the whole incident with Chris Benoit, it didn't happen. And Johnny Nitro was a last-minute substitute. I don't remember how how the finish happened. I know Johnny Nitro ended up getting the win on CM Punk and becoming ECW champion. I just don't remember how he did it. Really, the commentary, the ECW commentary table was dead silent throughout this match. Like, because I think they were like didn't know what to do, didn't know how to call the match because the match wasn't planned, so they didn't know what to do. And they were probably still in shock of Chris Benoit not showing up and wondering why. But, yeah, it wasn't really that great of a match anyways. It was only like 14 minutes long. The next match was the Intercontinental Championship match between Santino Marella versus Umaga. This came about when Umaga was Intercontinental Champion, and Santino Marella was just a fan at a Raw event in Italy, and Santino was randomly selected. Pretty sure he wasn't randomly. I'm pretty sure it was planned out for him to be the person that was picked. Santino Marella winning the Intercontinental Championship at that event. He defends the title here. Really, this match wasn't that long. I think it was only like 5 or 6 minutes. Umaga ended up getting disqualified. Santino Marella retained the title. Umaga went crazy. Hit that, what do you call it? Really, can't talk. Where he, runs to the corner that his opponent's sitting in and hits him with his butt, pretty much. That's what he did after the disqualification. And then he ended up hitting the Samoan Spike. The match wasn't that great. Like I said, 5 or 6 minutes. Ended on disqualification. Really wasn't that great. United States Championship match was MVP versus Ric Flair. Again, this match wasn't that great. It was okay, but it wasn't great. About the only thing I know is that, remember from this, is that MVP did get the win by hitting the Playmaker on Ric Flair. MVP was doing a little bit of cheating, and the fans were booing it, and JBL was, and Michael Cole was getting on it, like, it's not fair, blah, blah, blah. And JBL pointed out, Ric Flair used to do it back in his day. Hey, MVP's the younger version of Ric Flair. There, and stuff like that. But MVP ended up retaining the United States title. The next match was the WWE Tag Team Championship match. Deuce and Domino versus Jimmy Snuka and Sergeant Slaughter. Again, not that great of a match. Deuce and Domino got the win. I want to say in like 13 minutes, something like that. And then after the match, they ended up attacking Snuka and Sergeant Slaughter and two guys two old timers who used to be tag team champions. I don't remember their names, to be honest, but They ended up getting involved in helping out Snuka and Sergeant Slaughter. The next match was the last chance World Heavyweight Championship match between Edge and Batista. If Edge retained the title, Batista would not get another championship match as long as Edge was champion. So this match, again, wasn't really that great. Batista ended up getting some heat from the fans with the "You Can't Wrestle" chant. They were really behind Edge in this one. Edge pretty much worked on the injured the injured right tricep back in 2006. Batista left to have tricep surgery because he injured it, and Edge was working on it throughout the entire match. First, Edge gets himself disqualified. Theodore Long goes in, restarts the match. Batista ends up hitting a Batista bomb outside the ring, and he puts Edge in the ring, but he doesn't get in. But Batista is not able to get in the ring before the 10 count. Final match, or not the final match. The next match was a WWE Women's Championship match. Melina versus Candice Michelle. Candice Michelle ended up getting the win in I want to say 6 minutes, maybe 7, with like a shoulder tackle or something. Really, I mean, it was an okay match, but it wasn't great. The next match was the WWE Championship Challenge match between John Cena, who was the champion, Bobby Lashley, Mick Foley, Randy Orton, and King Booker. The match was really not that long either. Really nothing too special in this. John Cena pretty much got the win, hitting the AA2 on Mick Foley and getting the cover. At the time, it was the FU, but I'm so used to what it is today, what it's called today, so I'll probably do that a lot throughout this with the next two events, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, the match wasn't really that long. This event wasn't that great. John Cena ends up retaining, which I'm a John Cena fan. I just thought the whole have him beat Mick Foley thing was kind of like really weird, per se. I mean that just shows that WWE wanted the fans to hate him, and that was just like, hey, here you go. Here's a real reason to really hate him. He just beat a legend. Really, I give this event a 4 out of 10. It wasn't that great of an event. Despite the personal issues with what was going on at the exact same time with the whole Chris Benoit thing. The event itself was just horrible, in my opinion. And, you even had some small segments in there about, who supposedly killed Vince McMahon when he got in a car and Vince and his limo blew up, and it was, like, really stupid. But this is my review for Night of Champions 2007. Comment, like, subscribe, and see you next time with 2008 Night of Champions.